Hi, my name is Haley Jan, and the article that I was given was Murray's essay on how to be an efficient writer. However, I don't really think that it calls for efficiency more than authenticity. He talks a lot about making writing an everyday process throughout your entire life. He himself, I believe, wrote columns, so his writing was able to be more based off of real life situations, um, unlike the other two essays that I focused on, which would be the Arnold and Charlene Tibbets essay and the Baker essay. Um, but the one that I was given really accentuates the fact that in order to be a good writer, you have to have consistency and authenticity in your writing, and it needs to be an organized thought process. Everything that you do, everything that you write about needs to not be forced. Murray, talks a lot about um, taking it from exactly the raw thought process at the time, which is why he keeps note cards in his pocket. Um, because if you have to force a thought, the odds are you've already written on it or you've already thought about it and it's not authentic. Um, he gives lots of different strategies in this writing. He offers to write in the morning to allow a clear and a fresh outlook, to not overwrite, to keep your writing in short bursts so that you don't extend your attention span. Because personally, when I'm writing, I know that if I write for too long of a time period, then my thought process gets cloudy and I start getting repetitive. And you have to write whenever there's a new inspiration and just go in and have your raw, unedited accounts of what you're feeling, because your rough draft is your rough draft. It is not to be perfect. It is not to be over criticized. It is to serve the purpose of getting your ideas on paper. The issues that I found in his essay are that such whimsical writing and such off the top of your head writing can be a little juvenile. When you're given a prompt or an essay that has already been structured for you, I don't believe that this process makes it possible for you to write on what's given. And while the process of being consistent is ideal, it's not practical. In my everyday life, I can't stop and take 10 minutes to write a 500-page essay on something that just popped into my head. And it greatly differs from the Arnold, Tibbets, and the Baker. The Tibbets essay was based off of how to structure a paragraph, how to get your point across in a paragraph, and the Baker essay is on structuring your thesis. Both of them had very similar thought processes. They call for precise and to the point. This is different than the juvenile approach that Murray takes. He wants it to be expressive and out there, while they call for precise. And some strategies used by the authors don't waste time stating their promises that they had made or their premises. And the more words that you use that are unnecessary, the quicker it is to lose a reader. And diction choice is incredibly important, and it is reiterated throughout the essays often. The rearranging and the way that a paragraph is structured is very important to a writer because it's how they are effectively getting their point across. And fragmented paragraphs are hard to follow. Most people are not going to be able to piece together your essay for you. It needs to be clear, cut, and consistent throughout all of it, which is also called by Murray, but in a different, more juvenile way. And it is so hard to fix the irrelevancies that people throw into their essays, but the Tibbetts and the Baker both really accentuate the fact that they need to be at the most minimum possible.